Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your US General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Saturday, as you can see. We just now making it back over to the storage unit. All right. Just now, as I just arrived, just received a phone call from a gentleman who was a normal regular customer towards the last location of my last employment. Okay, just gave me a call. Technically, he want me to work on 3 of his personal vehicles back to back. All 3 of vehicles will basically be getting all brakes from front to rear with new rotors from front to rear. Okay, which is a 2001 Camry, a 2009 Camry, and a 2010 Nissan Rogue. So I just stepped in just now to assess a couple of things at the moment. But this morning I did receive something, so we're gonna take a good look at that. This week I got quite a few things coming along. I was gonna wait, to put out the content, but while I'm here at the prior moment, I figured, we just get a little bird's eye view of what just came in at the prior moment. All right, so I'm about to get some contents out, get them to the top of the tool cart. We're gonna dive right into it, so I ain't gonna keep you too long, in the introductory or anything like that. But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? So pretty much, that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna get these contents out, get them to the top of the tool cart, gonna get my box cutters out. We're gonna inspect the contents. So we're gonna dive right in. So walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, as you can see now, I do have 2 small packages sitting at the top of the tool cart. I got my box cutters out right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the smaller package real quick, get the contents out. So let's get to it. Okay, as you can see, I just basically got the first content out. As you can see, the brand is Knipex. Okay, as you can see, this is a 10-inch plier wrench set. Okay, I don't know if it's focusing in too clear. Okay, but that is the barcode description right there. So I'm gonna get the contents from out this box real quick so that we can take a good look at things. Let's get it. Okay, as you can see here, this is the 10-inch plier wrench set right here. Okay, and I guess this is the part number, which is 8603250. As you can see, these are made in Germany right here, the S252/2 inches. Okay, so as you can see, made in Germany. Everybody is, technically, familiar with these, but I still have to put it out there technically, for the individuals who do not wrench professionally, or, if you only use tools every once in a while, these are professional grade type equipment and type tools right here. Knipex are a very good quality brand of tools. Okay, so that's basically what's just coming out of the first package real quick. So we're gonna move along, get the box cutters, and dive into this next package real quick. Let's get it. All right, now moving along to item 2. So let me get things out so that we can get to it. Okay, now that I technically got the item from out the package, as you can see and you already know. Okay, this is another addition to the Ratchet drawer. Okay, if you follow my videos, and you stay up on the content, you would know that my Ratchet game is type strong. All right, I do have quite a few things that are coming along. Technically, I really wasn't going to put out this content today because, I was still technically waiting to get everything in hand at the prior moment, but certain equipment and certain things is coming along a little bit more faster than others. I'm receiving them, periodically and things like that. So while I am here at the prior moment, this is why I just happened to decide, to put out the content and shoot the footage real quick. All right, but what you basically taking a look at here is a brand new 3/8 drive. This is Mac Tools. This is the axis ratchet right here. Okay, this is the non-locking version, as you can see right here. I felt the need to go in the direction of the non-locking at this particular time. It's not to say that I don't like the locking versions that Mac Tools provide. Okay, just as well as each technician has their own set personal preference as far as what type of equipment that they use, how they go about using it, and things like that. But when it comes to the locking feature, um, which it has a recess button to release the locking mechanism, technically the issue with me when it comes to that is that I still prefer for the ratchet head to still move freely without it not being locking. Okay. The part number for this particular ratchet right here is XR1390AFPA. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get the contents from out this plastic bag so that we could take a look at it, and I'm going to give you my first impressions and first thoughts off of this particular ratchet. And what I'll do is I'll get out some other ratchets from out this particular cart right here so that we can get a little side by side comparison amongst a couple of things. All right, so let's get it. Okay, now that I got the ratchet from out the plastic, as we all know, this is tool truck brand quality equipment, Mac Tools. This is the Axis ratchet. This is made in the USA, as you can see here. Okay, off my first impressions, very first thing that I definitely want to take notice to, that I definitely like, is the well machined of design of the ratchet head, as you can see here in this particular area. Okay, where it's not coming to a direct point. Okay, and it's machined at an angle here. As you can see on the selector switch, it has the USA flag on the USA selector. Okay. Another thing that I like to take notice to is I like this design of the shaft. Okay. When it comes to the flex and the durability, I do believe that this is technically the better design. Okay. This is why I would like to get out some snap-on ratchets, because snap-on does provide a particular ratchet in certain drive sizes when it comes to this design, but the normal standard design that most individuals is familiar with the snap-on ratchets and ratchet brand, you understand, it's just like I think that they can do better if they went in this particular route right here. Another thing that I would like to take notice to is me pulling it out the plastic for the very first time. Technically, I do like this handle here. Okay, and you know that I am very big on comfort grip handles. Okay, but I have different lengths and different size of ratchets, so some of the handles are a little bit more bigger than some others as far as length and the thickness. Okay, but one thing that I can take notice to by me feeling on the handle itself, by the ratchet being brand new, it has grip, but I can also tell if there was some type of substances like oil or transmission fluid or any type of fluids on it, it technically can become quite slippery. Okay, I think when it comes to the snap-on comfort grip handles, I believe that you would have a little bit more of a grip. Most mechanics and most technicians out there, like I say, everybody has a different choice and preference as far as how they work. Okay, so when I'm working, I do wear impact gloves and I do wear latex gloves a lot when I'm working. This is why a lot of my tools, still look new. Every time I get finished technically with using a tool, I always wipe it down and I put it back, in my cart, and put things back where they belong and things like that. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get some ratchets out from this particular card. I'm going to get things to the top of the tool chest, and we're going to do a little comparison side by side, take a look at a couple of things, couple of features. All right, so walk with me, let's get it. Okay, now pretty much as you can see, I have three of my trays, okay, from out one of my drawers, coming out the cart. Technically, this is not all of my ratchets, okay. These are just basically the ratchets that are within this particular cart at the prior moment. All right, everything is basically all snap-on with the exception of 1/4 inch lock and flex head Mako that's connected to the trays, okay, with the exception of the Mac access that was basically just picked up, which I have actually over there towards the side tray. Everything that is basically on these trays is 1/2 inch drive, 3/8 drive, 1/4 inch drive, whether locking, non-locking, roto heads. I have offset and multi positions, just as well as 24-inch breaker bars, 3/8 drive breaker bars, 1/4 inch breaker bars, and things of that nature. Okay, just as well as standard handles. Okay, in extended lengths in different measurement sizes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over here back to the side tray, and like I was stating, okay, when it comes to this Mako here, as you can tell, this is one of my 3/8 drive bent handles. As you can see to the side, if you take notice that I actually have two bent handles. The reason why I have two bent handles is because this is my main go-to ratchet. Okay, this one right here is technically more newer than this one. This is the one that I really use the most. Okay, but this was picked up as a backup. All right, as you notice, just on this particular 3/8 drive handle, you can see that the handle is, you know, a little bit more beefier, okay, and hand testically to this particular Mac access, okay, even though yes they are the same drive size. So I technically have other 3/8 drives, you know, to show the same thing, because just so to say, what you're taking a look at here, all right, is a 3/8 drive offset. And if you notice the offset in the shaft, it goes in the opposite direction testically compared to this bent handle. Okay, most technicians and most mechanics, they know these handles to be spark plug removal ratchets, but I don't use these particular ratchets just specifically for that application. I use these bent handles in many different applications, specifically for this design and the incline in the handle bent backwards. Okay, this particular ratchet, it allows me to move in restricted areas and restricted low clearance type places, and with the exception of being able to use extensions, it also actually gives me the feature to use this particular handle as a speed handle. So this is why the bend handles become one of my most go-to and most favorite type ratchets. I wish that this design actually came in a locking design. Okay, there has been times that I have talked about that in previous videos, and I've had some comments here and there, where, you know, other viewers will go off the state, well, you know, Tekton made it. No, Tekton has a design, but they don't have the actual locking mechanism designed for these particular bend handles. There's no tool brand or no tool company out there who has ever designed these handles into a locking flex head bent handle. Okay, most mechanics and most technicians, you know, a lot of them in their most favorable choice of ratchet, okay, is what you can see here, all right, which is also a 3/8 drive locking flex head, okay, and that's your locking mechanism there, all right. On this particular 3/8 drive, okay, which is a standard handle, all right, I'm gonna get this out and I'm gonna pull this side by side with this Mac access to show something real quick. Okay, as you can see right here in this particular 3/8 drive, which is Snap-on, both brands are both USA made. Okay, one is a flex head, which is the Mac, and then the Snap-on is basically a standard handle. This Mac flex head is actually coming in slightly a little bit more longer. Okay, as you can see here. Another thing that technically I really like, that I appreciate, where Mac Tools, what they did with their selective switch, okay, here technically compared to the standard designs on the Snap-on, because it seems as if the whole rest of the Ratchet is pure quality, but when it comes to these selectors, I think that they need to do better with that particular design right there, just as well as with some of their lock and flex heads. I think that's why a lot of technicians, a lot of mechanics, or whether DIYers, just individuals in general who own the tools and who use them daily, okay, they understand, because there are a lot of different people with their personal preference and opinions, where technically that they don't like the locking mechanism. Okay, technically I never really actually have an issue with that, because I don't have big hands, I have small hands, and how I hold things when I'm working also, I think that also has um could be a difference. Like I state, everybody works a little bit differently. Just so to say, back up over here, as you can see, here is a Mako, okay, and this is a 1/4 inch lock and flex head, all right, and you can see the locking mechanism is completely recessed against the shaft. But see, this locking mechanism, there's a big major difference between it being recessed like this and then you having a big bulky locking mechanism that locks back and forth and it swings outwards. Okay, so there's differentials to that, just as well as you can see a multi-position back here. Okay, and as you see this button, but see this ratchet spins 360 degrees. Okay, so it's a lot of different features and a lot of different things to take notice to and take a look at. you know um like I was saying, as you can see in my ratchet selection, I have a 100 tooth roto head. I have the 1/4 inch 70 tooth roto head, just as well as I have the 3/8 drive on a 1/4 inch body roto head also. Testically is somewhere back here. No matter of fact, this is the 1/4 inch back here, and basically this is the 3/8 drive here, as you can see. Okay, so just to shed a little light on that. To get back to this particular ratchet here, another thing that I basically like about these Mac tool shafts, as you can see the design here. Okay, I always feel that this is the better design and it's more durable when using these and putting a certain type of leverage and force, testically compared, as you can see here, to this design here. Okay, because this, depending upon the force and the leverage that you have, it'll stretch, and sometimes the pin tends to fail. This is another reason why I basically had got a backup to my go-to, because I was having that issue with this particular one here. But my dealer, he did fix it for me and things like that. Like, I don't have no issues with the equipment, because I do have a Snap-on account with corporate, just as well as I deal with a dealer. Okay, my dealer, he's always on point, never have no issues. When it comes to him, he basically always take care of me. So thumbs up to you as always. All right, so moving along, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out a 3/8 drive from the selection over here in comparison, okay, to show in this design of the shaft right here. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, now as you can see, I have a 3/8 drive extended reach. Okay, this extended reach is a flex head, just as well is the Mac tool access. It's just different length of ratchet. Okay, and basically what you can see, that they technically do have the same design. Okay, as you can tell, the Snap-on head is coming in slightly a little bit more slimmer than the Mac tools access ratchet. Another thing that I want you to take notice to is on the inside shaft here. Okay, the Snap-on is a whole lot much more thicker. okay, in that area testically compared to the Mac tools. But one thing that I do want you to take notice to is the incline of the shaft here, okay, and the way that it's machined, how it comes to a point. With Snap-on, it's a whole lot much more rounder, but in this particular area right here, the Mac tools axis ratchets are a whole lot much more thicker than the Snap-ons, okay. Another thing that I want you to take notice to is the cornering, okay, as you can see here, to the Snap-ons, okay, and how they're machined, okay, testically compared, okay, to the Macs, okay. And this is basically for both sides. Once again, like I was stating, that Snap-on, they should switch this up, or do something better with it, because it's not to say that it's a issue, but it makes a difference when the whole rest of the ratchet is basically all top-notch quality. But now when it comes to the internal mechanisms and things like that, like, they could do a little bit more better with that. That's just basically my opinion. But these Mac tool access ratchets, yeah, I do like these. I do actually have a 1/4 inch on its way coming also, and non-locking, instead of me getting it in locking. Like I said, I moved in a direction with them when it comes to the non-locking versions instead of the locking versions. All right, so that was just pretty much just to give you a good idea of how that looked, because there are some Snap-on ratchets out there that have the design when it comes to the inside shaft, but there's not many of them. This is mainly more Snap-on's design here, okay, that technically look like these. All right, so that's just basically what that is right there, okay. Another thing too, you know if you're not familiar with the trays, I'll go back into what these trays are. I did put out a video not too long ago about these ratchet and extension organizational trays, which are made by Ernest, okay. So if you're looking for them, these are reasonably cheap. They're not too expensive. They can be reconfigured. They do come with a lot of different hardware with them. As far as these clips is concerned, that you see that the ratchets lock into, just as well as they are fit for ratchets and extensions. In certain areas, you can remodify and reconfigure the rails to actually fit sockets just as well, okay. And as you see, the red rails that are down here, that the clips are connected to, the rails are quick release, so they can be removed from the tray if needed. Just so to say, if if you had sockets, or you just needed to snatch a line of sockets, or snatch certain extensions, or snatch a certain particular ratchet and keep it locked into the clips, you can do that. All right, so that's pretty much it on that right there. So um like I stated, I got quite a few things coming along this week, so stay tuned to the videos. All right, I still got some modifications to get to, still waiting to receive a couple of things in hand. I also have something special coming this week. All right, so into that next tool review, that next tool haul, next modification video. Hope everybody out there have a safe and a blessed weekend. You okay? Keep it safe as usual. So like I always state, as usual, this is your 5-drawer US General tool cart. All right, about to get back into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee and get to cooling. Peace.